Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, so instead of doing like long videos every time, I probably start fitting in some little short videos. Um, because kind of like how Roadkill does it. I don't mean to copy Roadkill, but they have a good plan. They have their main videos and they have a bunch of little short videos to kind of as like little fill-ins, which I get. I get asked all the time how a certain car is doing, and the one I get asked the most right now is Patina. What's going on with Patina? So I'll do a little short video right now just to kind of show you guys what's going on with it, and it's been upgraded a lot. it's it's got a lot more goodies in it now, which I'm still waiting on putting the motor together. I got the just got, actually. I mean, before I even say anything, I'll just show you what's going on with this thing right now. So, well, yeah, we got a new mascot, and then I added a fuel pressure gauge, which I made my own AC duct. It's not one I just made out of aluminum. I put fins in it and made a gauge pod, so that way I can stick that gauge in it, so I don't have to have a gauge hanging below the dash or on top of the dash, or I don't have to drill any holes in the dash. So I just put that right there, because with the fuel injection system, I need to know what my fuel pressure is, because the computer does not have an input for fuel pressure. So as long as my fuel pressure stays within the window that it's supposed to be, the fuel injection system will be all great. So, did that. Ooh, that door shut's nice. Skip some of that. We'll go to this. So last night, while working on the GTX, or doing some painting for it, I put new bushings in here because the ones were blown out. And I have new strut rods. These are the Heim joint style strut rods, so it'll get rid of all that sloppy play in the suspension, because what happens is the control arm will go back and forth because of the rubber isolators. Now, that Heim joint will keep my control arm consistent up and down. It won't fluctuate back and forth, so that way my caster doesn't jump around. So these are the Hotchkiss tubular adjustable strut arms. So new bushings, new strut rods. See, that old transmission that's coming off there is just sitting on the little jig right now. The transmission that's going on here, actually, I will show you real quick. Walk back by here. Here's Leonard's car. I need to get the gas tank. He ordered a AC system, so I needed the AC system, put the gas tank in it. The whole bunch of stuff has to happen in Leonard's car. I gotta put the tubes in it. We just finished the hush mat, so Leonard's car is back here. We're gonna get working on that. So this is the transmission that's going to be going in Patina. It's a 518 overdrive, basically a 727 with an overdrive unit. But the bell housing, this came out of a 94 Dodge Dakota, either 92 or 94, I can't remember. It's in that range. But you got to cut the bell housing off, so that way you can buy an Ultra Bell or an aftermarket bell housing that bolts to the pump, that allows you to bolt this to a big block. So then I bought a badass rebuild kit for this thing. It comes with billet arms that actually applies the pressure to the band, so they're like different ratio billet arms, a shift kit, it's supposed to be pretty badass, but we'll see. So yeah, it's just a rough cut. I still got to do a final cut on it, but so now I can put my bell housing on it. I need to buy a Hughes torque converter that is a stall converter and a lockup. Put the shift kit. I'm gonna have pretty good amount of money in this thing, but Patina has to have an overdrive. That way I can cruise the thing. I want to drive this car for a while. So anyway, the transmission is being worked on, and you saw the strut rods. Here's the pistons for Patina's new motor, which I just got back from the powder coater. I had the top of the piston ceramic coated, and then I had the skirts coated for the friction. But that should be pretty badass. These pistons on the new stroker motor should give me about 10 3/4 to 11 to 1 compression, so I can still run it on pump gas. Now, the motor that was in Patina made about 400 and I would say low to mid 400 horsepower, and the brakes that were on it, so the brakes that were on it for a 3,800 pound car that didn't haul ass a lot, they probably were okay, but after hitting the brakes hard a few times from speed runs, I would lose my brakes. So, or I wouldn't lose them completely, but they'd start fading. I upgraded to these, which is, they're a 1 inch bigger rotor And it comes with different brackets to actually space the factory caliper out more, or an extra ½ inch, so that way it'll line up with the bigger rotors. But I don't know. I just wasn't really happy with all it, and I wanted to lose some weight. Or overall, just get some better brakes on the thing. So when I was at SEMA, I stopped and talked to a couple brake companies, and they'd give me their whole spiel about how great their stuff is. And the first thing I asked them is, okay, well, where is it made? Oh, we design and ship everything right here in the States. I was like, no, where is it made? Who makes it? Is it made here in the States, or is it made in China? And he's like, well, it's made in China. You know, just about everything's made in China nowadays. I was like, oh, okay, no thanks, never mind, see you later. And then I came across this company, which was made in USA. SSBC, made in USA, all good shit. Guy gave me a whole spiel about how good their stuff is, and how it broke it down on all the parts and the stainless they use. All stainless steel pucks that's in here. So SSBC has some really good shit. And so after talking to the guy for a while, I bought 3 sets. I bought a set for Patina. I bought the cast iron version set for the RT back there, and the cast iron factory looking set for the green 68 out front too. But now Patina has super ultra lightweight rear calipers, and I still have a parking brake. And then I also have front super ultra lightweight calipers, and they're all stainless pucks. It's all good hardware. I got stainless steel brake lines, everything for this setup. So that's what I switched to. And oh, it has cross-drilled rotors and everything for this car. So the brakes on Patina would now be mucho better. So yep, no more factory cast iron crap or made in China. I want the real shit, USA. And then if you look at the master cylinder, that's cast iron. It still has a brake booster and all that crap. I'm just looking at that and going in, that's like dead weight. So getting rid of all that crap, because I'm fine with manual brakes, I like them. So I got the adapter here, and then I have this lightweight, look at that, master cylinder from Ray Bestis, I think is what it was. Yep. Here's the part number. And then if you want to see this, here's the part number for this. Ooh, made in USA. I didn't even see that before. Even better. So this will probably take about 30 pounds off the freaking front end of the car. So, and this will take a lot. I'm gonna have to actually, you know what? I do have a weight of this car before. If you watch the videos prior, you'll see that there's a video of me putting this car on the scales, and it was like 3,800 pounds. So now we'll be able to see what it is with the, okay, let me go over here. I'll show you. Here's the motor. Here's Patina's new stroker motor. I'll turn the lights on in here. See, I'm just doing this all with my cell phone, so bear with me. If I try and turn the camera around where you can see me talk, there's no sound because my phone sucks and I need to get a new one. But that's not car related parts, so I have a hard time spending the money on that. Alright. Ooh, look at that. Here's Patina's new stroker motor. 489 cubic inches of badassness. So, where's the rods at? I got H-beam rods for it. I got those pistons over there that you saw. Yeah. Here's Patina's old motor. This thing is actually getting new pistons, new forged pistons. Cylinder getting new valves for it. It's got a new roller cam that's going in it. So Patina's old motor will be like a 550 horse motor. And I don't know what to put it in yet. I'll find something. I got plenty of candidates. Yeah. That car's going to be getting built here pretty soon. So yeah, we got suspension upgrades. Badass engine upgrades. We have brake upgrades. Bam, bam, bam. We got tuning upgrades with the fuel pressure gauge right there. We got overdrive transmission upgrade. So, and we're going to upgrade the shocks. So I already got tubular uppers on it, but we're going to put, because I just had KYBs on here, because I had them. And now we're going to upgrade to like some double adjustable QA1, so I can take it to the drag strip or take it to the little autocross track and just beat the piss out of this thing. That's what I'm building this car for. Oh yeah, wheels. So the wheels that were on this car were Magnum 500s. Now I've got some authentic, already pre-patinaed 10-inch Kragers for the rear, and I got some 8-inch Kragers for the front, which they're in the house, but you get the point. So now, more Joe Dirtish with the correct patinaed Krager wheels. So patina will be pretty badass. So let me turn this camera around here. So yeah, the car has been being worked on. It's getting upgrades. It's just kind of waiting for this to get done before I can get that done, and then waiting for that to get done before I can get this done, type thing. Which the cylinder heads, I wish I had the cylinder heads here, but I don't. They're actually at my buddy's place. He's the one that has a machine shop in his garage, so he does all the machining and all that stuff. And so the cylinder heads were just ceramic coated. I'll link a picture of that right now. Yeah, so the cylinder heads were ceramic coated, the combustion chambers, the exhaust runners, the valves. And the reason I did that is for cooling and for more power. Because as the spark ignites that combustion in the cylinder, that's heat expansion. So, but if you have a piston and a cylinder head, that does cool that expansion very slightly, but it does cool that expansion. But if I can ceramic coat the piston and ceramic coat the cylinder head, and keep that heat from, or slow down that cooling effect, you get more power. But the main reason I did was for cooling. So now I'm gonna have almost a 500 cubic inch motor with the same radiator, and so I wanted to, now that the combustion chamber and the whole exhaust runner is ceramic coated, and the valves too, what that does is it doesn't allow the heat from the combustion to transfer to the cylinder head as fast. So the engine will stay running cooler because all that heat will stay. It can't transfer because it's all ceramic coated. Now the headers are ceramic or stainless steel. So oh yeah, I forgot to mention the cars now has stainless steel headers. I got rid of those the factory HP manifolds. So yeah, this sucker will be like 600 to 650 horsepower, and then we're gonna put a little on it. So just for that extra towing, if I have to haul an extra load of hauling ass. But yeah, it's getting work. As soon as I can make a video, like officially, I will. I've got a little bit of videos of tearing it down, but I just haven't got to that yet. So there's a lot of videos I haven't got to yet. So I just need to get a new laptop. But I know you guys are admiring my super ghetto workshop here. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later.